keep the same voice. Okay.
Yeah, and then we'll go back. And if we really need to throw the brakes on, I've got the dream harp.
Sounds magical.
I also have the deadly roulette.
This sounds like you see a bunch of guys, like a bunch of white guys with like hats on, and they're walking down an alleyway at night, snapping their fingers,
Yeah, like
ready to break out into dance.
Yeah, like that scene in what is it?
And they have their heads down.
There's the play everybody talks about. Yeah,
They're snapping their fingers. Rent? It's not Rent. That's not what I'm thinking of.
No, the one with the Puerto Ricans.
Oh,
West Side Story.
There
yeah.
you go.
Haha. West Side Story. I keep
All right,
having
we're-
to clear
we're
my throat.
live.
I hate this.
Okay.
Just so you know.
Wait, who am I?
You are the gay guy.
You're Dick. You sound just like BJ.
You are sounds like BJ until we give your name away, and then you are.
Oh, okay. Sounds like BJ. Okay.
Yeah, and then you'll be Dick.
Okay.
Dick my ass.
So you went from BJ Titzenbeer to Dick. How does that feel? Does it feel
Going
like
from BJ's to Dick. Sounds like a pretty big transition. I'm transitioning right now, so.
But you're still gay.
All right. Are we ready?
I'm ready.
How about him?
Oh, welcome everybody to the Cold Read Players present Cold Read Theater. This is the part 2 of Mike Hawk, PI.
I can't believe I was at BJ's funeral. I told him I didn't need to see the Farthammer trick. But it sure was funny. The first time. Drove those nails halfway into the wall. But then BJ thought he could fit more nails without a condom. He could. But when he ran out of nails...
Excuse me, did you know the deceased?
You mean BJ Titzenbeer? Yeah, you could say Mike Hawk knew BJ Titzenbeer. You could say Mike Hawk loved BJ Titzenbeer. There wasn't anything Mike Hawk wouldn't do for BJ Titzenbeer.
Oh, so you're Mike Hawk. My brother told me so much about you.
BJ mentioned Mike Hawk? I'm glad he would talk about Mike Hawk when I wasn't around.
Not just yours, everybody's.
I sure wish a stranger would interject.
Excuse me, when are they going to serve the beer?
This is a funeral. They don't serve beer.
Well, the sign outside, out front there, it says tits and beer tonight.
Okay, so that explains why there's so many straight guys here.
BJ never told me your name.
Dick. Dig my ass.
Pleased to meet you, Dick my ass.
Just one dick.
Hey, me too. But why did you change your last name?
Tits and beer!
I invited that stranger to take a walk outside for a chat. And I explained a few details he didn't have at first. I started by telling him a little bit about Mike Hawk. Then I explained that BJ was a German and had that name, Titzenbeer, and that someone had misspelled the sign. I couldn't tell him much about Dick because we just met. But he was very interested in how the Farthammer trick worked. At least until I came to loading the nails. I lose at least half the people who ask me about that when it comes to loading the nails.
I'm sorry, Mr. Hawk. Now, where were we?
Call me Mike. Mike Hawk. Mike Hawk was asking asking why BJ was a Titzenbeer, and you're my ass.
Well, Mike Hawk, our,
That's one Mike. There, Dick.
right. Our papa was a Rolling Stone.
Wow. I never would have guessed it. Which one? Beach didn't even seem to know any good rock and roll tunes. I would think if Mick or Keith or Ronnie was your old man that you might know something.
No, not an old white guy from England.
Oh, so like a Temptation or a Pip. Do you know Gladys Knight?
You have it all wrong, Mr. Hawk.
Mike Hawk's not sure who you think you are, calling him wrong. But if Mike Hawk was you, he'd choose the next string of words very carefully.
Who would?
They would. You see, if I, Mike Hawk, were you, Dick my ass, that would be a third individual in this scenario, like Mike my ass, Dick, or Dick Mike Hawk, or Dick Hawk, or even Drew P. Balzac.
I am looking for Mike Hawk. Has anyone seen Mike Hawk? I really need Mike Hawk. Oh, if only I could find Mike Hawk.
Finally, some tits.
Mr. Bish, over here.
There you are. By the way, since I am divorcing, I've started using my maiden name again.
You don't say.
No, you don't say. You called me the Bish because you don't know my name, my maiden name.
Sure I do. Mike Hawk knows lots of things. Mike Hawk, through a series of investigative pokes and prods, has found that you were born beating it off.
That's very good. It is rare that anyone gets it. See, Herman beat it off. I suppose, you know, now that I have not always been a beautiful French woman.
No, you were born in Russia. Your father named his newborn baby son Ivan.
Ivan beating it off?
You really have done your homework. I haven't heard of Ivan's beating it off in many years.
I had a conversation with your cousin, Euban.
You've been beating it off?
Do you know you've been beating it off?
No, we've never met, but neither have we. Dick my ass.
I don't even have one anymore.
Ivan beating it off. Dick my ass and Mike Hawk continue the conversation. But there is still a lot of unanswered questions. Like, what did Dick my ass have against Titzenbeer? Why Ivan beating it off came to be a French lady? Why is that stranger still here? But none of that was important right now. Mike Hawk had a paying customer. The French lady Ivan beating it off became. As luck would have it, Dick was looking for Mike Hawk because he made a promise to BJ. So we made Mike Hawk and Maya's detective agency. We hired a sweet young broad named Ida Bangdaharter. And she had a huge rack of melons.
Does Mike Hawk like my melons?
Let Mike Hawk feel those melons. Mike Hawk loves the feeling of big, ripe melons. They look delicious. Are they cantaloupes?
I also have honeydew and watermelon.
Things were getting out of hand. Mike Hawk couldn't keep up. There was so much information. Mike Hawk needed to think. Mike Hawk needed to figure out how Ivan beating it off turned into C. Herman beating it off. And with beating it off, how the duck plays into the scenario. That's why I asked for the melons. Because Ida Bangdaharter could get to Dick Myaz, and then Mike Hawk could work the stranger and get to beating it off.
I finished compiling notes from last week. You were right. I found Mayaz beating it off the stranger all over them.
Thanks. Now you'll get to dick my ass and set the meeting for early this afternoon. While you do that, I'm gonna swing by the house, feed my little dickie, and catch 40 winks. My cock is beat.
So I will call to get Mike Hawk up for the Dick Mayaz appointment later.
Yeah, but call sooner if you find you've been beaten off.
Now? Like right now? 4 lines in, and I'm already having an inner monologue. I thought there would be reverb, but that might be added in post. Who really knows? This job is going to be pretty great. Mike Hawk and Mayaz is going to be huge. We just need to run down where the duck fits. I think Mike Hawk needs to spend some time with family beaten off while Mayaz takes on the stranger.
Lady. Hey, lady, are you okay?
Hey, this is a waiting room. Maybe you could wait for me to finish my monologue?
Yeah, well, look, this fella gave me his card the other night for this address to come down here and see him. You know, his name's Dick Mayaz.
Well, that's different. You just give me a moment and I'll see if I can get you to Dick Mayaz right away. Have a seat.
I'll just sit here if that's okay.
Mm.
I'm Dick. Dig my ass. And you're the stranger, is that right?
Well, actually, it's pronounced Faye Stranger.
That's just one dick.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, so let's go back and start with I'll just take a seat if that's okay.
I'll just take a seat here if that's okay.
I'm Dick. Dig my ass. And you are the stranger, is that right?
No, Dick. It's pronounced Faye Stranger.
That's just one dick.
Sure, if you stand way over there.
You people are exhausting. What Dick is trying to get to is, what do you know about the duck and why did you show up to mourn Tits and Beer?
Yeah, all of that shit he said.
All right. The truth is,
Find out next week on Mike Hawk, PI.
very good.
I should be able to chop that up for the audio so that it's somewhat smoother.
Yeah,
Good work, everybody.
I think the music was a little loud.
Yeah, I think it may be. We can. I'll check that. I don't know if it. Yeah, I may have to pull the level down on that again. I had it pulled back, but it was a little loud in my headphones last week, and it wasn't that bad in the phone.
Oh, when it in post, okay.
when you, I noticed that you did change one of my lines, and it says why Ivan beating it off came to be a French lady.
Yeah,
My line was why Ivan beating it off to a French lady.
right.
Because
Yeah. Sorry.
it's all right. It's all right. It was very good. The second installment. Was that? And that's it for Cold Read Theater. I want to thank everyone for joining us. I want to thank our guest star, I don't know if she wants us to give out her name, but her name is Erica Santiago. She's my wife, and she did a hell of a job as Ida banged her harder.
You know,
All
the
right.
best part of that is getting your wife to say something about dick my ass.
Yeah, that was that. I wrote that. Like, well, that's different. If you just give me a moment, I'll see if I can get you to dick my ass right away.
That's great.
All right. So that's it for the Media Virus podcast. That's it for Cold Read Theater. Thank everyone for checking us out. Hope you enjoy this, enjoy it in the future. See you next week for all this shit and maybe something else, maybe something more. Hopefully, we'll have another installment of Mike Hawk PI. But until then, Mike.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us here on the Media Virus Podcast. You can always reach us at 1646-VIRUS-01. That's 1646-VIRUS-01. On behalf of Ricky Rock Def, Scorpion Goddess, Big Daddy, and our fearless leader, Matty Rock Def, I'm Professor Mike Latoris, coming from T Live here at Uncle Butch Studios. This has been the Media Virus Podcast, and we'll be back next week.
We don't really have any bumpers of Big Daddy.
That's it. It's the whole bumper.